Welcome to episode 2 of Brad Miller Time. I'm your host, Mario Lamoureux with the long A. This week we're going to do some interviews. We're going to find out the living situations for this year. Start off, we got junior forward number 15, Brent Davidson, the big man, the big Dave. Dave, can you tell us about who you're living with and why you drafted them last year at draft day?
Still living with Darcy Zajac, me, Darcy, and Zach Jones. Zach Jones is one of the best roommates ever from last year, but he unfortunately had to move on. Senior, you gotta go elsewhere. So we drafted, first overall draft pick, David Taves. Took him.
Why? Curious to why you would draft David Taves. Seems to be a little messy. Why he would go so high in the draft, especially first overall like that with his cleaning habits.
We did talk to Ben Blood about it. They were roommates last year. We talked about the pros and cons of David, but being from Manitoba was a big influence for us. That outweighed a lot of things. Us Tobans, we stick together. So,
well, can't complain with that.
By the way, I'd like to have a shout out to the Winnipeg Jets for everybody from Manitoba who is watching the episode.
That's pretty cool. And then, final question: why are you a better roommate than both of your roommates?
I don't know if I am, but if I'd have to say that I am, just because I get the job done. Get the job done around the house.
Well, you can't complain with that. He's clean, he's meaty, and he's big. He's Brent Davidson. Brent, thanks for being on the show this week.
Thanks, Mario.
Hope to get you back on here soon.
Love to.
So here we are with Ben Blood, sophomore defenseman. Looked pretty impressive in the exhibition game against Manitoba. But before we get to Ben, I just want to say a few things. One, Mario Lamoureux's sister, Monique, getting in a little brawl. YouTube it. I did, and it was great. And anyway, Ben, your shirt, a little bit tight.
It's an XL.
What? I don't think it's an XL, Ben.
I know it's a small.
All right, let's get into it. Who are your roommates and why did you draft them?
My roommates are Mario and Corey. And let's get this straight right now. I didn't draft them. They came to me. I didn't get picked up on draft day. They wanted me to come in, be a franchise player. They actually didn't even talk to any other prospects. Kind of just put all their chickens in one basket, so to speak. And it worked out.
Your self-esteem is looking pretty high right now. How are your roommates' habits? Are they messy, clean? Do you find yourself doing all the dishes around the house, vacuuming? Tell us a little bit about what goes on around the house.
Okay, for Corey, habits, he has one habit.
What's
wow, World of Warcraft. Haven't seen him in our apartment away from his computer screen. And Mar, I don't even know where to start with Mar. I'm constantly cleaning up after him. Hasn't wiped off a table once. Hasn't cleaned one dish. Interesting fact about Mario, didn't know how to use a dishwasher. Had to walk him through that the other day.
I've actually been over to your house a few times, Ben, and we'll all be hanging out together, and then all of a sudden Corey will disappear, and where else is he? But he's in his room playing World of Warcraft. He's quite the gamer. Interesting fact. I guess you already covered that on Mario not knowing how to use a dishwasher, which, what can you even say about that? But what about Corey? You got anything for us on him?
Interesting fact about Corey. No, he's not very interesting.
Okay. Well, that's fair, I guess. Why are you a better roommate than your roommates?
2 words. Sideburns. There's only one other guy on the planet with sideburns like these. Guess what his name is? Joe Mauer. Enough said.
Well, Ben, I guess that'll pretty much wrap it up. I'm sure our viewers missed having you on the show from last year, and we'll get on to the next person to be interviewed here.
Sounds good, Brett.
We got senior captain Che Genoway. Che, thanks for being on the show this week.
Thanks for having me.
Let's just get right into it here. Who is your roommate and why did you draft him?
My is Brett Hextall. We live in a house together. And I can only think of 2 words to describe why I picked Brett Hextall as a roommate. And that is Ron Hextall. If you guys have time in your life, your busy lives, go to YouTube and search Ron Hextall tribute video. It will change your life. It changed mine.
It's very interesting. It's an odd reason to draft, but that's your opinion, so I'm not gonna dog on that. All right, next question here, Che. I noticed Brett has a lot of different weird, awesome habits. Can you touch on any of those? Maybe enlighten the fans out there.
Well, around the house, he's pretty good. He's not bad at cleaning up after himself, but a couple of habits. You may as well call him Brett Textall, because all he's doing is texting all day, every day on his phone. Gets a little annoying. And the other one is he's always flicking his hair like some sort of weirdo. Yeah, weird.
Yeah, I definitely noticed the Textall thing. I mean, I've actually seen him texting, walking, and several times he's fallen on his face. So if you've seen marks on Brett's face, that's from over texting. You know, don't text while you're driving. Don't text while you're walking either. Hey, freshman, you're not. Get off the set. Not allowed to be on the show yet. Sorry, Che. All right, Che. Last question here. What is an interesting fact you can tell us about Brett Hextall?
Well, living with him, I got to find out that he really enjoys doing laundry. I'd say he does laundry about every second day up in his room while he watches Looney Tunes. Weird. More and more, I start to think that he's a girl.
That's weird. He's probably ironing his one-colored shorts, but who's even judging? No one cares if you wear peach shorts, but
They're salmon.
oh, salmon, excuse me. But, well, Che, thanks for being on the show this week. It was a pleasure having you on. Hope we can have you on again soon.
Well, yeah, thanks for having me, and go Twins. Pinch, hold, release, nod, wave.
Here we are with senior Chris Vandevelde. But before we get to Chris, I'm going to start with a shout out to the girls hockey team. Beat Wisconsin. I don't think they've been beaten in their own rink for like 50 years or 2 years. But congratulations to our women's hockey team. Great job, girls. Keep it up. Vandy, on to you now, I guess.
Okay.
Your hair looks good, like
Always,
always.
yeah.
Always you smell great.
Okay.
Who are your roommates and why did you draft them?
My roommates drafted me,
Okay.
and it's Bradley Isis and Jason Gregoire. I don't think too highly of Ides, but Greg's is a good guy.
Just lucky to be living with you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well. What are your roommates' habits? About Ides, maybe. Tell us something about him and
Yeah.
something about Greg's, if they're clean or messy, or what it is that you
Ides
like.
really loves eating. I don't know. He's always studying or eating. That's what he does best, I think. And Greg's is just overall good guy.
Yeah, I heard Ides lost over 20 pounds this summer, so you thinking he's going to put it right back on?
It's looking that way. It is.
Okay. Maybe do you have an interesting fact for the viewers about either of your roommates?
I don't know. Not really. I don't know. I just a smelly guy, I guess. So
A smelly guy.
yeah, smelly.
He's that guy.
Ooh, he is that guy.
Should tell him to mix in a shower.
Yeah, we should.
All right. Well, they're not too interesting. So,
No.
why are you a better roommate than each of your roommates?
My hair. That's one.
I'll agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I'll second that.
Actually, Greg's is a close battle though.
He's close, but I think you
He
still
always
take
he
it.
gels a lot.
He does gel.
And then Ides is just I don't know. We don't care.
All right. Well, Chris, thanks for your time for coming on the show this week. Wearing my whiteout shirt again. Major retail stores, people, get out, get your whiteout shirts. Whiteout the Ralph against the Gophers. 2 weeks away. It's 2.5 weeks away now. But get your shirts now before they sell out. And we'll see you next week on Brad Miller Time.